Hello everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton. Osseo Lions Roar has been bringing people together here in downtown Osseo for more than 40 years. There are many events planned over September 6th and 7th to celebrate the community. One of the most recognizable events of every festival is, of course, the parade. The Osseo Lions Roar Parade is set to roll on Saturday starting at noon in downtown Osseo. The parade snakes through downtown and ends at Osseo Senior High. Around 100 units are expected to be in the parade, and that includes marching bands, floats, antique cars, and much more. Of course, the parade will be broadcast on CCX Media by our team, and you can watch it online on our website, ccxmedia.org. One event that's near and dear to the heart of the Lions is the free eye screening, where you can bring your child to have his or her vision checked for developmental problems. The program is called KidSight, and it started nationally back in 2014. But this year, KidSight will have a presence at the festival, and we spoke with Lion Tanya Troska about it.
It follows our global mission for vision. When Helen Keller approached us at a conference in Ohio back in 1925 and called us to arms to be the Knights of the Blind back then. So this is a global passion at this point to follow that mission for vision health.
So what's going to be going on down in downtown Osseo for Lions Roar?
There's a lot going on for Lions Roar,
but particularly with KidSight.
For KidSight. So we're going to actually have a tent set up for KidSight on the second day of the Lions Roar in the Leo's Adventure Land. We're going to set up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll go longer if we've got enough traffic. But we're going to do some free screenings there for families that have children from ages 6 months to 6 years.
And the screening's free, right?
It is free to them, yes. All they have to do is sign a waiver that says, yes, you can go ahead and screen my child. Once you agree to have the child screened, you and the child can go into, we call like a blackout tent or a shadow tent. The child will sit about 3 feet away from our screener, who has a special camera that can pick up if there's any red flags or any type of eye abnormalities.
And then is that just printed out and given to the parents so you can follow up with your doctor?
Exactly. So if there's something that's flagged through the equipment, they will get a printout that they can take to their eye care professional for further diagnostic testing.
Now, as a volunteer who's been a part of this, why is it rewarding for you?
Eye health is huge in our family. I wear glasses, right? But I harken back to when my children were in grade school. And like so many parents, we kind of relied on the school district to do the testing. But studies have shown about 60% of eye health care problems are missed in that testing. And our daughter was one of those. She actually suffered with stomach migraines for almost a year, stumbled over in pain, and we couldn't figure out why. And it was later further testing with our ophthalmologist that it was due to her eyesight.
All right, so this could potentially help out some families.
It's going to help a lot of families, yeah.
You can start off celebrating Osseo early by getting out of bed and going for a run or a walk in the Osseo Lions Roar 5K. We asked a few Osseo cross-country runners what you can do to make sure you have a great race. Summer practices for the Osseo Senior High cross-country team are anything but glamorous. An average of 90 athletes are part of the program, learning new skills and building endurance with each practice. The Osseo Lions Roar 5K is a fundraiser for this program, and lucky for you, these runners won't be in the race. Instead, they'll be helping organize it.
You'll see 60 to 90 or 60 to 80 kids out there cheering the runners on.
When it comes to running a great 5K, Coach Runquist says it's important to know your course.
It's an official 5K course, nice and flat, starts on the track of Osseo Senior, finishes over at downtown Osseo.
But what else should runners know to run a great race? We decided we would ask a few experts.
Just make sure you don't drink a lot of dairy the day of the race, and you try to get a good meal in the night before. I think that always helped me. Instead of having really heavy food in my stomach, it's better to have light food.
I'm a very superstitious person, so I have a lot of the same things. Like I always have eggs for breakfast. That's just my thing.
The day of the race, you don't want to eat anything like too heavy.
As far as what motivating music might be in your earbuds.
Whatever keeps them in a good mood. You want to run happy.
And then there's pre-race rituals.
Stretch beforehand, because if you're not stretching, you might pull something, and that's not going to feel that good.
So I always have my ribbon in my hair, It's an orange ribbon that I got from one of the past runners.
Go for a warm-up run, and then we do our dynamic stretching, and then we'll stretch out and then just, get ready for the race.
When the starting gun goes off,
The first mile, run with your head, so like be smart and don't like go out way too fast. The second mile, run with your legs because it's gonna hurt and you just gotta keep pushing. And then the third mile, run with your heart. How bad do you want it?
and finally, perhaps the best piece of running advice,
Just don't be last and try to beat the biker if you can.
you can do it. Sign up for the Osseo Lions Roar 5K on Saturday, September 7th. It starts at 10 a.m. at the Osseo Senior High track. The cost is $25. You can sign up at OsseoLionsRoar5K.com. And finally, here's a treat. Osseo's Joaneddy's ice cream will be out here for the Osseo Lions Roar.
It's just a fun thing to do. We get to meet a lot of people. It brings a lot of memories for folks that used to go see the ice cream man back in their childhood. It's just a nice event. Osseo is a nice little town.
Ed Columbus runs the ice cream truck with his wife, Joan. We caught up with them when they had to move the operation inside to escape the rain. Joaneddy's operates what's technically a tricycle taxi cab from the 1970s with an ice cream freezer on the back. This husband and wife duo started the business all to help create a special memory for Osseo residents.
He's always wanted to go back and sell ice cream. He remembers the old ice cream trucks when he was growing up. He kind of wants to create that memory for the kids in a somewhat newer way.
Ed says the most popular seller is the drumstick. You can catch Joaneddy's and much more out at Osseo Lions Roar on September 6th and 7th. We have more information posted online.
Football season is here. Most of the teams in the Northwest Metro kicked off their seasons on Thursday night. That includes Wayzata. They hosted a Blaine team that reached the state semifinals a year ago. Christian Vassar is a tough runner for Wayzata. He powers in for a 5-yard TD and a 7-0 Trojans lead. With 10 seconds to play in the first half, Wayzata's Thomas Schmidt floats a perfect pass to Jacob Wildermuth. The Trojans receiver brings it down for a 13-0 lead. The Wayzata defense is tough all night. Joe Demro and Matt Kukowski get after Blaine quarterback Kyler Schuster and force an intentional grounding penalty. In the third quarter, Wayzata adds to the lead as Malachi Jackson scampers in for a touchdown. It's 19-0 Trojans. In the fourth quarter, Blaine's in Wayzata territory and they go for it on fourth down, but Marcus Culp gets through for the sack. Late in the fourth, Wayzata sophomore Drew Berkland with a nice grab here for the interception. The Trojans win it 19-0. Cooper's had a good run of success in recent seasons. They have a tougher schedule this fall, though, and faced a strong opponent as they hosted Waconia. Late in the first half, Waconia's Tim Stapleton breaks a tackle and scores his second touchdown of the second quarter. It's 14-0 Wildcats. Cooper comes right back with a long drive. Joe Russell steps up in the pocket and throws to Cornelius Wooten in the end zone. A 32-yard strike with 7 seconds left, and it's 14-6. Same score in the fourth quarter. Russell fires low to David Connors, and he hauls it in for the TD. Cooper's within 2. But their 2-point conversion try fails, and Waconia holds off Cooper's rally to win it 14-12. In other games in the first week, Champlain Park won its opener 22-19 over Eastridge. Armstrong scores a big win at home, shutting out Spring Lake Park. Maple Grove and St. Michael Albertville were tied at 6 in the fourth quarter, but the Knights scored 21 unanswered points to beat the Crimson. Osseo lost at home against Cretin-Derham Hall 26-12. Hopkins won at Apple Valley. Park Center lost to Irondale. Patino Grace falls by 3 to Lakeville South, and Brooklyn Center loses a close one at St. Paul Humboldt. Breck scored a 43-6 win at Minneapolis South, and Providence Academy lost at St. Anthony. The Wayzata volleyball team is ranked 3rd in the state in Class 3A to start the season. The Trojans are excited about that recognition, but even more excited to go out and prove they're worthy of it. All of the Trojans' top hitters are back, led by seniors Elizabeth Helmick and Lily Emlong and junior Sophie Jesuits. Setter Olivia Johnson also returns. And there's a battle at libero between junior Avery Seas and sophomore Ella Vogel. Wayzata is definitely a very talented squad with a lot of varsity experience, and the ups and downs these girls have gone through on the court and the lessons they've learned could lead to a special season.
All grown up playing volleyball together and like throughout the program, and it's just so exciting that this amazing opportunity is in front of us, and we just get to use our full forces going towards it.
We've all had a ton of varsity experience, and I think that's really going to benefit us towards the end of the season, especially when we get in those high pressure situations, because we'll be able to use our experience and really thrive on it.
The senior class is a strong class, and they've done very well here in their time. Kind of been thrown out there, a lot of them as sophomores, and played a great deal as sophomores, and we took some lumps, but they had a really positive mindset as that was going on, that we're going to get better, we're going to keep fighting for it. This year we'll just see what happens. It should be a lot of fun to see how far they can take this.
In Champlain Park in a 5-set thriller as part of the Breakdown Sideout Classic, they added wins over Chaska and Maple Grove this week. And be sure to watch our CCX Sports Hall of Fame special on this holiday weekend. We induct the 3 members of our 2019 Hall of Fame class. Watch the special Sunday at 3:30 or 9:30 or all day Monday on the half hour. It's also online at ccxmedia.org.